So we got some starch water from some pasta we made last night. It's kind of solidified a little bit there, thickened up. So what this stuff does is it makes nutrients more available to the plants. So it doesn't have many nutrients itself in it. You can just pour it here in this little cement bucket where we got some pineapple guavas. And see what happens. Some people collect this stuff for, you know, maybe making roux or something, or as a thickener. And you could probably even boil it down, you know, after you collect it and make it even more of a thickener. You know, people use various types of starches for cooking. This is the second day we've had it in the 40s here. Going to be kind of hot, toasty today though. I think it got down to 45 or 46 this morning, and high of 76. Back to the goldenrods. So I seen a few minutes ago some baby cardinals that must have just flew, you know, came out of their nest. Their mama must have pushed them out, and they were kind of struggling to fly around. Hopefully, you know, the cats don't see them, because they probably would kill them and, you know, eat their heads or something like that. And yes, I have seen them like get lizards and all, and they'll eat their actual head, but they may leave the rest, which is very strange. Our Saijo or Saijo persimmons, and we are officially out of persimmons on the tree. You know, they ripen sporadically over the period of several weeks, so we were able to really enjoy them. You know, sometimes you get a fruit that ripens over a week or two, and then you know you're done. Everything, you just get too much abundance at one time, and you can't really easily put them to use. This was nice because our family could eat these every day for a long time. Very, very nice. Lots of sweet potato flowers all over the place. They're happy, I guess, until we get a nice little frost. Look at zucchini squash pumpkin number 2. Oh boy. Wow. That's probably about 10 or 12 pounds now. Another one that we didn't know was there, small one. It's kind of hard to look at a distance and see these squash. I'm seeing male flowers, possibly female flowers here and there, but unless you move leaves around and look under it, you usually miss them, you know, 90% of the time. Don't know if I really want to get really deep in there. And they're even, you know, way up there. Look at that. That's like 10, 12 foot high on the elderberry shrubs and stuff. And wow, we even have some elderberries that are still producing berries, or a few with some flowers on them. There weren't so many Bidens Alba seeds and beggar ticks and stuff all throughout all these weeds. I'd be looking at the other squash over there. So as you may or may not know, this is wetland zone 1. We got 2 more squash plants, I believe, in that direction. They're way smaller than this one, but they kind of wrapped into another lot, went down the fence, come back up in the wetland zone 1 again. So I haven't seen them in a week or more probably. And I think there were some little pumpkins or squash or whatever on them last time I seen them, so they could be huge by now. Guess we can take a look at Big Bertha here, our first one, whatever you want to call it. Oh my gosh, this thing is like 3 foot tall. Probably hard to see on the screen. My gosh, that's a big one. Another one down there. It's kind of off colored. It's got a big gash or something in it too. We could call this video the blessing and curse of Bidens Alba. I'm sure there's more good, you know, for the honeybees and the pollinators than, you know, the bad. But these seeds are horrible when you're trying to walk through these areas. About as far as I can zoom in where the other pumpkin goes in and goes out around there by the fence line. We definitely need to do some maintenance, you know, to at least make everything accessible maybe next year. But this is kind of what permaculture is about. These are good weeds for the most part. So let's, slowly kind of make our paths and your trails through here without destroying everything. And let's replace some of the stuff that is a little bit less, like more human friendly to walk around where we need to access those things. And hopefully we kind of tell the land what we want it to do. It's not going to do everything we want it to do, but over time we work it, and you somewhere meet in the middle, some kind of equilibrium, I guess. We were to have an outlet where we could use the excess, Bidens Alba, goldenrods and stuff to make, dried teas, tinctures, and all that stuff. That would be very nice, because if something is useful to a certain point, that is profitable, or that you can trade with other permaculturists or gardeners, then you don't have a problem with that stuff anymore, because you're using, a certain amount or all of it. I come through another angle saying, well, maybe I could get back there where those other pumpkins are, but look how dense this is. This is like 10 times worse than where we were in the beginning. Just Bidens Alba and stuff everywhere. Do have some milkweed going to seed though. That's interesting, I guess. In this area here, it's full of Bidens Alba. I have a trifoliate orange. I have a, what do you call it? Hardy pineapple bromeliad or whatever. I have, I think, some thornless cactus. I have a pecan. And I have, what do you call them? Suriname cherry over here. And grafted mulberry. I don't know if I left anything out or not, but I can't really go in there and see how they're doing because all of this. Just this time of year when everything's going to seed. It's fun until this happens. I guess we'll end this video looking at some nice little passion flower blooms. All right, take care.